You can talk now about whatever you want.
About whatever I want. Well, here's it's garbage in, garbage out.
Yeah.
It's the name of the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to tell you about the World War II stuff. And it's because, although it's about war stuff, I believe that you can use innovative models that express something during the war and you can use them for social justice, nonviolent direct action, because that's the lesson to be learned. Right? Because that's the point. Okay, well, the things I was thinking of is when they were when radar came out. Part of the deal with the radar was that the plane showed up because the aluminum was one of the things that reflected the signal pretty good.
Oh, I know, bitch. Yeah.
So they threw on a bunch of aluminum foil. They threw aluminum foil out of the plane.
Mm-hmm.
And it just kind of blew around up there for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And it just messed up the radar signal.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just, all this trash that's out there just confusing this actual signal. And that's a lot of what the internet does. There's a lot of I think the word I'm using is chaff. I think that's the word that they used. I think they call it chaff.
Chaff,
because the
yeah.
chaff is part of the grain that you separate the wheat from, right? Or the corn from.
Right.
Corn used to be a universal term that got singled out to mean like corn on the cob.
Mm-hmm.
Kernel corn, green giant whole kernel corn, right? That got the name maize got replaced with the word corn, but corn used to mean any kind of grain, right? So anyhow, separating the wheat from the chaff, I think that's what they called that stuff. That they just threw out all the aluminum foil, so it would be drifting around up there, confusing them. Even after they were gone, it would still be floating around. It'd take a long time for it to fall down. It was pretty light compared to how much space it took up to blow in the wind.
Okay, so here's the media summary of that case that I found the file posted on Craigslist. DA won't pursue sex abuse allegations against Lincoln City police officer. May 18, 2019, Robert Bobby Bomar, 54, drugged and performed anal sex on her while she was incoherent in Portland. He roofied her. So he took her across county lines to go rape her in a different jurisdiction. And she was his ex-girlfriend. So maybe they're giving him like a marital anal rape pass, free pass, like as a courtesy because he's a sheriff's deputy.
So who's not prosecuting?
Oh, the Multnomah district attorney, but they've got all the time in the world for you, Barry Joe Still, because you're a lot of fun. You're like, shem tap tap, central pain syndrome. Oh, but like a sheriff's deputy anal rapist roofie creepo? No, can't touch it. Just can't find the energy. Can't find what it takes. Like,
hey, the reason that I'm so anxious to see if this transcript's out there for the February 25th status hearing, United States of America versus City of Portland, Oregon.
I'm talking so loud.
Is that among the things that I said was, quote, fuck you, I have a disability, unquote.
that wasn't you. That was David Keith Davis.
Did you just say fuck me?
No, he's talking about, he's accused of saying that, but somebody else said it.
That was the deputy DA. He attributed that to me when I didn't say it.
I know, because he can't even recognize voice. Mm-hmm.
So what I wanted to say is, about the Michael Simon thing is, that was one of the things that I told him.
Oh, good! Way to go. Set the record straight in federal court. Way to go, Barry. Score.
Well, see, here's the thing. Okay, I'm not... We haven't fully dedicated this to the Michael Simon thing, and we gotta get this chap out of the way before we get into what I was saying. But one of the things is, that was the quote that I put on the record, and he knows that I was quoting the state, falsely attributing that to me. Right?
Hey, Cop Blaster has the Lincoln City story. I just wanted to point that out. Go ahead.
Well, the thing is that the reason that we have the cops still continuing to shoot people that are perceived as having mental illness or actually having a mental health crisis, the reason that we're killing them is because we have a culture here that is bigger than the Portland police, and it extends as far as the state by deputy district attorney misquoting me and saying to the jury, fuck you, I have a disability, as coming out of my mouth, which never happened.
Yeah.
So there's a bit there, there's a bias there, there's an agenda there, there's a whatever you want to call it, it's certainly not neutral. And that's got to be a problem. When they're going out of their way making stuff up, it's not neutral.
Hey Barry, Brent Weisberg, does that ring a bell? At the Multnomah District Attorney's Office? Brent Weisberg?
What's his name?
Brent Weisberg is the one who's commenting in the article.
No, I don't know. But anyhow, one of the things that blew my mind about this, Mary, was that I was interrogated by Judge Simon.
Yeah.
No, and he had repeated questions that there was a line of reasoning that he was pursuing that I had answers to. And this little stuff like me saying, like, what I just said was attributed to me. Those were little sidebars, and I just want to get that, talking about throwing the aluminum foil off the plane. I want to get the chaff out of the way. So anyhow, you can't find the transcript? Is that what you're telling me?
Oh, I'm not looking right now. I've just sent out a query. It'll show up. The two most likely people to have it are Maxime Bernstein or what's his other name? Jason Renaud. So.
Oh yeah.
So maybe they'll write me back in 24 hours.
24 hours? They were both there.
I know you want it now.
And I know them.
Right.
I know them. Yeah, okay, so all right. So here's my contribution to the effort. Now, when I was at City Hall before I punched the cop, I was quoting, and I come back to it, my now burned by the police files that you can see on the YouTube of my arrest, which I mentioned that Judge Simon was the #1 hit for a search engine in my name, right? Was my arrest at City Hall. So I was kind of conversational. So anyhow, what happened was, I went to a hearing, and I signed up, and I heard him call the order of speakers, including my name, and I heard him call the order of speakers and changed a little bit, including my name, and I heard him call the order of speakers again, including my name, and then he eventually called my name. And I said that I wanted to present it as a person perceived as being mentally ill because I have a disability called central pain syndrome, and I explained it was part of a in 1980 in the passage of time, and since I got up from sitting in my seat and walking up to where I was, it turned on rewired the pain relay because some muscle nerve or connective tissue was grown in and stimulates the place where by the time I had surgery was couldn't report that I had pain. Right, so I'm feeling pain in a place I could feel pain if I had it, and I wanted to say that part of that process that I endure is the fight or flight beats back adrenaline, and I got into that. But the important thing that I wanted to say that this person living in basically a triangle of three people that were shot by the police having a mental health crisis. One thing that all those people were experiencing was the fact that their sympathetic nervous system took over and their limbic system was in charge and threw their frontal cortex offline and threw them into the survival mode where a lot of things happen. Tunnel vision, maybe some problems with hearing, interpreting ambiguous information as negative. You can pick words out of a sentence that will turn that sentence from not being a threat to being a threat. And part of that was because of the video that I sent you the links to. There were two of them. The one was kind of interesting in as much as it was just a whack situation. A gal had a problem with her toe, and it was an ingrown toenail that ended up causing chronic neuropathic pain on both of her feet. And it was an exploration of the way the nervous system can play out. It didn't have anything to do with my condition, except for the nervous system can get pretty wacky, and so it was analysis of that. So that's the one with the man. With I don't know how long these things were, an hour or something. And then the other one was a presentation on how to manage chronic pain by being unsympathetic and the way to decouple your sympathetic nervous system and try to get your chill on instead of being freaked out. Because we still don't know the mechanism, but we do know, and it's truism that
hey, you want to hear?
Can
you want to hear something really sad? So, this house burned up in Seaside like 8 or 9 days ago. It was like Monday morning. So, okay, so last night my friend told me he has a friend who's a neighbor who let him know, oh, actually he shot himself and lit his house on fire. And I was like checking around on Twitter today to like basically tell the media, you know, like, hey, by the way, there's a rumor it was a suicide. And it, like, right as I was checking, they had just started releasing that an investigative report concludes that he killed himself, or he set his house on fire, and then I don't think they say shot, they just say he killed himself. But it's kind of sad. I kind of like, ooh, kind of sad. It was like a big kind of, it was like a block from the beach too. It was like really primo property, like big house, wood burning stove, but that close to the beach, all the houses are super, super close together. So it scorched the side of this like duplex townhouse type thing. And it supposedly was so hot, everybody had to evacuate in the immediately surrounding houses because they were all so close in. Ooh, he'd been arrested on some menacing with a deadly weapon or maybe with intent to harm somebody and a few different assault charges. But I don't know anything about him, or I haven't found anyone who has like a backstory on what happened. Or of course I suspect, he had a breakup or something, or bad. I don't know. I feel like the people that are the most successful in suicide are the least, they're the most in the closet about those impulses. Like, they don't work through them. They just succeed. And they don't talk.
Yeah. I don't know anybody that's telegraphed they're going to commit suicide. Yeah, they just did it. I had a bit of an argument with my mother over my memory of that we were having a family picnic, and we heard a gunshot, and my mother's response was to joke, "Oh, Herb shot himself," and she never said that, but that's what I remember her saying.
Oh, wow.
It was true.
It was true.
My father pulled out. It was like the first time that I knew that my father had pulled an all-nighter, although, he worked double shifts and stuff. But he was completely tore up when, the next morning because Herb had died. But,
was that a family friend or an uncle or something?
I'm not sure how it all played out because my family on my mother's side moved from one side of the valley to the other side of the valley, and so did their neighbors down where they used to have their land, and I don't know what made them jump, but that's the way I remember it. Is that they jumped from one side of the valley to the other side of the valley, and that's in western Pennsylvania, and it would be on either side of Saxonburg Boulevard, which goes from the town of Saxonburg to basically Pittsburgh, when Saxonburg was the home of the wire rope. The first cable invented was made right there in Saxonburg, Pennsylvania, right? So anyhow, that's where my folks, everybody's from Saxonburg Boulevard.
Yeah, Barry, I think part of your thing too is East Coast, West Coast, because even though you came out here a long time ago, I think there is some kind of East Coast thing where, you know how they do to like people from New York or New Jersey or whatever. If you're on the West Coast, it's like, oh, you're so aggressive or you're so this or that. But
Oh yeah, certainly.
And like the fact that you speak your mind directly, that's a problem because you're supposed to be doing all these like graceful doormat routines.
Well, I haven't perfected the passive aggressive West Coast style.
Like sarcastic under your breath. Yeah.
It's not coming through.
Oh, the phone. Yeah. Well, Barry, I think I'm absolutely going to cause a nightmare if I stay on the phone much later. For one. For one thing, I'm a little tired, but I kind of am curious. Can you fill me in just a little more on Simon? Like, I read the article, so I get it. He's just like, yeah, I don't really think you guys got it going, so like, how about I keep my thumb on you for another year? I agree with him. I'm proud of him.
Well, no, they have to have a good year.
They have to have a good year, so like, get it together.
No. He has to. Let's see. How's this go? I gotta get this right in my head so I can get it right in your head. They have to have a clear year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that year has to start when they're found to be in substantial compliance.
Ah, I see. Okay, I didn't get that. Okay, that's way cool. Thank you for clearing that up for me.
The decision, and there's a couple of them, but the decision as to whether this is the clear years that, where there's substantial compliance, because they changed out the co-app or the taco or the IAC, the triac, or the whatever, they got this alphabet soup stuff going on.
Yeah,
right?
totally.
Getting public involved in this process that nobody wants to be involved in because it sucks. It's frivolous.
Right, and were you the one who pointed out that it's staffed by high schoolers now because it's like child labor? Because that's who they can get who will just like be a yes man? Evidently, that's the only one.
So here's the new news. I'll give you good news, right?
Okay.
So, Guru Frederick, you know, he's that. I don't know how much people pay attention to me, but, you know, I'm sure they have to when I want my stuff. I walk out of the room with a, you know, can't switch kill 3x5 card, and everybody does something. Every one of 200 people gets a chance to read. Holy shit. I don't know if I told you this, but I'm a trained professional. I had Midwestern Academy, okay, so you got to write this down. You should have your computer fired up because I want to see what Wikipedia has to say about this.
Okay. Midwestern Academy?
Grassroots Organizing Weekend. And I think it might have been called Midwest Academy. I don't think it was. It might have been Midwestern, but I think Midwestern is a college.
Or was it formerly Organizing for Social Change? MidwestAcademy.com, Organizing Social Change? Strategy, Power, Justice.
Yeah, I took the training, the Grassroots Organizing Weekend.
Did they have a seminar on sledgehammers? Sorry, that was cold.
What did you say?
Did they have a seminar on sledgehammers?
Well, actually, they had a seminar on, you know, they just told us that you run it, man. You just take it back.
Do you take the power back from the, like, oppressors?
No, you just take over their, you know, you sit in the chancellor's office at Wayne State University, right? That's what you know, you know they're going to bullshit you. So you bullshit them back bigger, faster, harder. You know, you call a press conference and you know, they're going to be there and they don't show up. So you take out your Judy doll and you blow it up. You put a sign around its neck and you ask it all the hard questions.
That's great.
So you just like give the media something to be media about, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the whole thing is that I know that there's an utter media blackout on the snow job that this shit is.
Hey, okay.
You're talking about your whistleblower gal down there and all these questions about whether she had sex with her boss when the reality is, hey, what about this guy with the Wapato jail?
No, it wasn't even sex with her boss. It was sex with her long-term partner. But they were basically trying to, like, marriage shame her. Like, well, you should have married him, and then you could have community assets, and then we'd have a better case to make that there was a conflict of interest when your son rented a condo with the Section 8 voucher, because we're looking for a schmear so we can impugn your character, because how dare you accuse us of mismanaging federal funds. It was convoluted, and the media, the Daily Historian fell for it at first. But now I think they're scared to write an article because they're like, oh, wait a minute. The bigger picture emerges. So, no.
Analyze it. That's what we learned at the Grassroots Organizing Weekend. You got to take it over. Okay, so anyhow, the Michael Simon thing is...
I got to get off the phone, Barry. I'm unfortunate. Yeah, I unfortunately must get off the phone due to the impending crises of silence.
Yeah. So let me wrap it up, because we're going to have to revisit this once we discover the transcript. Okay, the thing of it is that, you know, this is really basic stuff. You know, the limbic system takes over in, you know, your lizard brain, you know, as I've been calling it for years. You know, I know what happens with me. But I didn't realize that the Argentine chief of police was sitting there in the gallery.
Oh, wow.
So I was being, and so it kind of like got me out. I'm like, tell myself,